I didn't realize till the next morning when I didn't bother to even check the footage up until the following morning when I realized I didn't have my camera. And I was like, where did I leave it last? And I remember, yeah, I plugged it in. And I remember that too when I plugged it in. I'm like, don't forget it. And of course I forgot it. And so I wake up in a kind of like an impending state of doom. I'm just like accepting I have to just take a loss. And it wasn't even about the physical camera. Yeah, it would have been a setback. I got to go buy a new camera to take video with. But it was more about like the footage that I spent all day trying to get. That was more of like the punch in the gut. It was like, you know, you spend like a whole day, money trying to, you know, thinking you're gonna get some footage, you make a video, and then you just lose all that footage. But then like slowly my instincts kicked in and I reached out to the bar. I started reaching out to some locals to see if they could help. Within an hour, I got a response. They have the camera, they saved it. You know what? I gotta go get this thing. I don't wanna just say hold on to it, I'll get it next week. I was so tired. I was in like a zombie mode. I was just on cruise control. I didn't know what time it was. I just was like, listen, I gotta get down there. It cost a little bit more. I didn't even care. I don't even know how much money I spent to get this stupid camera back. All in all, I got the camera back. It's more about, it's amazing how there's amazing people out there that are actually like miracle workers. Shout out to Apache Travels. I'll put a link in the description down below to his YouTube channel. And check out Spray Hunter on Instagram. Great photographer. We go on a lot of fun missions together sometimes.
So here you can see the original marble staircase too. This is a real marble.
Wow, yeah, this is incredible. Still raining out. Look at these tags on here. Yeah, it's a woman artist, and she painted, she like just, you know, blasted a fire extinguisher. She got, I think it was a whole like organized effort.
2008 piece here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they got that chain though.
Rest in peace. Next. This is a legendary writer. Yeah, I see what you see. 08. Wild. Here we go, Revs and Espo. Yeah. I think this is as far as I could go to walk, because I just don't want to slip. This does not look like water you want to walk around in. Just think like you slip out and that's it. I gotta cook this. It doesn't look that big, but I don't want to slip in this shit. I mean, that's what exploring is all about. You want to find things that not many people know about, or it's new and exciting and interesting, and when you come across something that you really don't think anyone's ever seen before or knows about, you're like, wow. And it really, like, it sends like a high and adrenaline, and that's what I'm addicted to. That's what I keep trying to find again. I mean, the real enjoyment of it was when it was in its innocence, and you really didn't have any expectations, like just going down dead-end streets, having no idea if even if it was a dead-end street. That's why traveling is like the best way to fix that need. But you know, traveling and resources you need to travel are, it doesn't really work out every time. You know, I work a regular job, you know, paycheck to paycheck, so if I have an opportunity to travel, it's kind of a gamble most of the time, because you get yourself caught out there spending more money that you should have just like stayed put and not spent all that money. But that's what it's about, you know. The days end, the sun goes down really early, makes it very difficult to, you know, do my laps, do my rounds, but fortunate to have a couple free days, well deserved, well worth it, and we're gonna try to get around. I'm on bike, the best way to get around in New York City. That's all I gotta say. You know, this weather, this crisp air, it reminds me of, it just always brings me back to when I first became interested in doing all this stuff. You know, just exploring neighborhoods and looking at graffiti, you know, finding just like things that are odd and unusual that I don't really have an answer for, but it piques my curiosity. You know, now present day, nothing's really too mysterious, but like at one point it would be like, yo, if there was just some weird art installation or art sculpture that looked like garbage, or signs that someone was somewhere that you didn't really expect someone to be. This was a real treat to see. I just came across, this is Mickey TFP from Amsterdam. Look at this. Yeah, when I was first getting into graph, this is who I used to come across, even though they're a European writer. You know, they used to be out here painting with Cento, Noah, Case 2, rest in peace, Ease, Jose Parla. You know, I remember flicking all their walls. uptown in Yorkville right now. Got some classic tags on here. DE3, Sewell. You know, this is like, there's this argument that goes on about like native New York graffiti and out of town graffiti, and I think it's really hypocritical. It's a really hypocritical argument because I appreciate both sides. I never get defensive over, but yeah, this is like some legends up here. You know, I'm up in this neighborhood right now, and I'm acknowledging the graffiti I see in like this neighborhood. Shout out to Billy 4. You got Scuff Tag up here. This is really like a dying breed of few and far. You don't really see the doors all tagged up like this. Shout out to like this guy West, Billy Wild Boy West, and Dare 2. You got Adams from the Bay Area. See, like legends. Bay Area legend right here. I'm not from I've only been to the Bay Area once, but I know some of the history out there. They don't show this. Like there's not one documentarian right now in graffiti right now that's showing this side of it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm showing the side of it.